giving up. I barely eat, but I'm still chubby, and I spend my time in bars and I get lonely, and I run around with my love and with my homies, and we'll take this town as soon as we get money. Oh yeah. I'm drunk again, and I'm all alone. What is this place? Where is my home? Power's out, and I have no phone. And I'm breaking out, and I'm shaking out. It's system overload. I barely eat, but I'm still chubby, and I spend my time in bars, and I get lonely, and I run around with my love, with my homies, and we'll take this town as soon as we get money. Oh yeah. Barely eat, but I'm still chubby, and I spend my time at bars and I get lonely, and I run around with my love and with my homies, and we'll take this town as soon as we get money. Yeah! I barely eat, but I'm still chubby, and I spend my time at bars and I get lonely, and I run around with my love and with my homies, and we'll take this town as soon as we get money. Yeah! As soon as we get money, oh yeah! Well, as soon as we get money, yeah! As soon as we get money, oh yeah! Well, I'm still chubby.
Hello. Damn it, Tom. Sorry. Hello, everybody. Dick Reckles here with Stupid Dumb Animals yet again. I know it's been a little while since I've last streamed, but I'm back. Had to do a little brain maintenance for a little bit. The holidays is always... Well, it's anxiety-riddled. Let me put it that way. But I don't know. I had some videos lined up. Once again, the music that we've just heard is the stylings of one Dominic Delaney, my best friend. I haven't seen Dom in a hot minute, but I've heard he's on tour yet again. So if you know of Dominic and you're wanting to see him, he's out on tour again. Alrighty then. I wanted to do an episode today specifically because it's the 1-year anniversary of the insurrection, and I had some news stories lined up about that, which I thought were pretty fun. Fun for me, mainly. But yeah, I thought that would be fun to do. I try to get everything set up in the time that song takes to play, but I don't always get it all set up. Oh shoot, there we go. There you go. As you can see, I'm hands-free now. Don't have to hold the mic up to my face. That's nice. I got my little brother to thank for that. Bought me an arm for Christmas. Not a rope, not a human arm, but one of these mic stand arms. One of these that you hear now. There you go. All right. Sorry about that. But anyway, it's been good. It's been a good winter season, though. I do enjoy the holidays around winter. I mostly enjoy winter because I enjoy fighting off the cold. I like things like hoodies and blankets and hot chocolate and stuff like that. And here where I live, it's not like always that cold. So it's just nice when it gets this cold and you actually get to do some of the things that you like doing. All right, so I had some videos specifically about the insurrection and stuff like that and the Capitol riot. I'm not, I don't want this to be a whole like, did it happen? Yeah, it happened. And like, I'm pretty sure we know who those people were and stuff like that. But anyway, here's specifically who one of them was, at the very least. Here. Bob's Burgers actor Jay Johnston will no longer voice Jimmy Pesto after participating in Capitol riot. I kind of figured there was at least going to be like one or two famous people at the Capitol insurrection. I kind of figured most of them were like smart enough to stay away from it, like that it seemed like a pretty volatile situation. But apparently some people just can't resist. So that's where this comes into play. I heard about this the other day. I know that it's not like, I don't think it's like the newest news story, but December 19th, that's not that bad, I guess. But anyway, when I first saw it, I was kind of wondering if like the show was going to write Jimmy off, or if they were going to like, I don't know, if they were gonna like just drop it dead. I thought what a cool thing would be to like their what's it called? Like it just gets taken over entirely by a new place. I'm not entirely familiar with Bob's Burgers lore, so I don't know if like Jimmy Pesto's wife in the show is like dead or whatever. I'm sure somebody will correct me on that, but I mean like what's it called? Like if they were dead, I kind of figured they would, I don't know, say something like in it that was like memorable, like that there would be like an episode addressing it, but there wasn't. So I don't know. I assume that they can just have the mom come and live with the Pesto kids, Jimmy Pesto Jr. and Andy and Ollie. So I'm somewhat familiar with the Bob's Burgers lore. Okay, anyway. We got Bob's Burgers actor Jay Johnston. Actor Jay Johnston, who is known for his roles in Better Call Saul, Arrested Development, Anchorman, and roles in hit shows such as Rick and Morty, will no longer be voicing Jimmy Pesto Sr. in Fox's Bob's Burgers, after allegedly participating in the January 6th Capitol riot. Two staff members of the beloved animated Fox series say the 53-year-old is banned from his recurring voice role. Ha! Wait, what? Whatever. Hi, bud. How you doing? Did you know? I don't think you knew. Anyway, okay. Johnson has voiced the hilariously obnoxious character who's Bob's nemesis owner, Jimmy's Pesto's Pizza, for a total of 43 episodes. Feels longer. Pesto last appeared in season 11, which aired May 2021, and has not appeared in an episode since. Okay. The FBI is still seeking information on the people who took part in the violence at the U.S. Capitol. Slacker. Oh, shut up. Shut your mouth. Cassandra Church, an actor who previously worked alongside Johnston. I keep wanting to say just Johnson, but working alongside Johnston, tweeted at the time, "I'm no detective, but I do know Jay. He said he was there, and that's him in the picture." So, Lord. Imagine being like the guy in the picture. If you know this individual. But the FBI put out a whole bunch of tweets about this. Like in this theme, you know what I mean? Of like people like they just put up pictures of people that they saw and they were like, "Do you know this person?" And they did this for a whole bunch of people, and there was a bunch of people that got like caught with it. and some of them are funny. This is sort of like so. I mean, it's not like I watched the show because of Jimmy Pesto Sr. So I mean, it's not gonna curb me from watching Bob's Burgers, and it's certainly not gonna. I don't think it's gonna curb a lot of people from watching Bob's Burgers, because Bob's Burgers is mainly like, I don't want to make assumptions or anything like that, but I'm gonna go ahead on a limb and say that Bob's Burgers is mostly viewed by people who are a little bit to the left. So I don't think they're gonna care that Jimmy's out for that reason. Something tells me that they're gonna enjoy the fact that Jimmy's out for that reason. It would be kind of funny if they had Jimmy arrested for the same reason. Like if they were like, oh yeah, Jimmy got arrested by the FBI because he was at the January 6th Capitol riot. But you know what the thing is also is that Bob's Burgers doesn't get very they don't mention who's the president or anything like that. Like they just try to be very generic when it comes to things like that. You don't know exactly what state it's in. I don't think. My guess has always been somewhere in New England, Maine or upstate New York or something like that. You get to work. Sorry, I have a friend in the chat that's giving me shit. As of right now, the actor hasn't been charged or arrested for any crime. Oh, okay. Let me see the rest of this. Since deleted tweet. Craven Trump supporter and was there at the time. Oh, okay. Actor-comedian Tim Heidecker also tweeted that Johnston's involvement in the riot was fully confirmed through reliable sources, though he later deleted it and said it shouldn't be used as some kind of official source of information or verification. Back in 2015, Johnston appeared as himself on The Gavin McInnes Show, which is hosted by the titular founder of the Proud Boys, a far-right extremist hate group that was heavily involved in the riot. All right. Well, I mean, that's not great, but I mean, he can go on whatever show that he wants. You know what I mean? I never really cared about watching Gavin McInnes, except for the parts where he's funny to watch. He's super sexist or racist or something like that. I don't know. He's funny to watch in that regard, but other than that, doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter in that much. I wonder if there were any... You know what? Hang on just a second. Now I got this hair of curiosity up my ass. Celebrities at the Capitol riot. Bug. Okay, I don't need people's... It keeps giving me, reactions to the Capitol riot. Okay, here we go. Here's some prominent. Here are some of the prominent figures spotted at the pro-Trump insurrectionists. Among the pro-Trump insurrectionists who attempted a coup at the Capitol. Let's see this. Wednesday's March. Is this old? January 9th. This is 3 days away from being a year old. Okay, here we go. The event has been described by President Biden, D.C. Muriel Bowser. Newly elected West Virginia delegate, live streamed. Jason Alexander attended the march before the rioters stormed the Capitol. I didn't really care about the people that attended the march, necessarily. They were less important. Because, the march before the insurrection is kind of I don't know. It's like the protest before the riot. I don't care if you were involved in the protest. It's the riot part. It's they can march to the Capitol and yell about how Trump actually won all they want. But, I mean, as soon as they start breaking into the Capitol building and getting inside federal property. I guess it's time to crack down a little bit. Baked Alaska. We're going to talk about this guy, white nationalist Team GNA, better known as Baked Alaska, live stream from the Capitol. We're going to talk about him. Say, you know what? We might as well go on this a little bit. White nationalist online personality Tim GNA, better known as Baked Alaska, streamed more than 20 minutes of his activity inside the Capitol building on the blockchain service DLive. DLive. For when you're too controversial for YouTube, there's always DLive, kids. And 16,000 people watched. Insider's Cat Tenbarge reported. Oh, whatever. This is Insider. During the live stream, GNA talked to the other rioters about what they were doing in the building and suggested he would sleep inside a lawmaker's office and use the desk phone to call President Donald Trump. I remember that. Hang on. I don't be coughing in y'all's ears. Pardon me. Do. Cops are taking selfies with the terrorists. GNA is known for holding neo-Nazi and white supremacist views, supporting Trump, and promoting anti-Semitic conspiracy theories online. In an email to Insider, GNA disputed being called a white nationalist, and he is characterized as such by the Southern Poverty Law Center, Tenbarge reported. Look at him. Fuck Antifa. It's funny how, like, a crowd of people who have signs that say, like, fuck Antifa can look so much like the giant Antifa riots that they were so against. Like, it looks like that. So it's like not many celebrities. I think that Jay Johnston guy's the only celebrity that I can really think of that would be somebody I would consider a celebrity doing that. All right. So here we go. Let's check out this this video here that talks more about Baked Alaska, Tim GNA. Now, there's a reason that I want to talk about Baked Alaska so much, and that's because he's part of a community that's very prominent online right now, and it's called the IRL community. Okay, IRL stands for in real life, as in real life streaming. Now, in real life streaming is really cool to me. I enjoy watching people kind of just go out into public, do what they want to do, and then get a rise out of people or don't, and then, you know, just basically feeding off of their reactions. I enjoy watching that because I enjoy watching people be put on the spot, and IRL streaming is one of those times when both the person being filmed and the cameraman are kind of equally on the spot. Like, the cameraman doesn't know how they're going to react. Like, usually these people have speakers or something attached to them that will play out loud things that people text in that are attached to donations. So you know, they get to get a rise out of the crowd that's around them. And you know, usually they go to these big events like Trump rallies and, you know, there was one at like pro-choice protest in Texas where some people were getting a rise out of people. I saw an IRL stream from a protest that happens outside of Netflix after the whole Dave Chappelle stuff was going on. But the IRL community is something that I consider important and worth looking into, because it's one of the places where that whole people gaining fame through negative behavior in public, that's like taken to the nth degree on IRL streaming, because like it's just the more outrageous it is, and the more like destructive these people can be to the environment around them, the more views that they get. And it sucks because those people are taking away the legitimacy of people who are trying to make a more honest living, I guess, on the site, where they're just trying to do like simple travel vlogs and stuff like that, and they get lumped in with these people who are more destructive in the IRL community. And it's just messed up that it takes the whole community down, like the whole real life live streaming community down a peg, by having people like Baked Alaska involved in it. And it's important to see them and separate them from more, mainstream platforms, and make sure that their message in particular doesn't become an example that people look at and go, I want to emulate that behavior because look at the views and the money that this guy gets. So it's kind of good that like when it was taken a step too far, it kind of gets shut down. Here we go. So here's a video that talks about the Baked Alaska's warrant that showed up. Whatever. Okay, warrant issued in Scottsdale for alt-right streamer who stormed the U.S. Capitol.
The FBI also working to track down those who stormed the U.S. Capitol last week. Some of the most high-profile are from Arizona, including one alt-right figure still out there despite live streaming himself inside a congressional office. ABC 15's Zach Crenshaw has more on the man known online as Baked Alaska.
The first thing.
So, I like that they kind of like refer to him as like an alt-right figure, just because of the fact that like I remember years and years and years and years and years ago, Baked Alaska was talked about and people were like, he's nothing, he's nobody, he's just this stupid little shit that's like riling people up. And one of the first things that he went kind of viral for, which I'll look up in a minute, is a video of him like starting some shit with a bouncer, and then like as soon as the bouncer starts getting into you need to get the fuck away from my building mode, as soon as he gets into that mode, Baked here takes out some pepper spray and just maces him right there on the spot. And like he carries mace on him like to make content happen on screen. Like I've seen him just mace people for absolutely no reason, like just in like a drive-by sort of like kind of way, and then he runs away. But and honestly, that's kind of a trend that you see in live streamers, because they can sort of like rile people up, have people come at them, and then they get to do like a non-lethal stand your ground thing where it's like, I felt threatened, man. I was worried for my life, man. I was scared for my life. He was coming right at me, man. And they just spray him. Okay, so anyway, sorry. Here we go.
Thing you need to know about Antime Joseph Gionette.
Tim Gionette is the ultimate alt-right troll.
He goes by Baked Alaska online, used to work at BuzzFeed, and last week live streamed himself inside the Capitol.
Yeah, we need to get our boy Donald J. Trump into office. Yeah, can we do that real quick?
Gionette has been on the extremist fringes for a while.
He was in Charlottesville, Virginia at the Unite the Right rally.
More recently,
he moved to Arizona, and at one point he was, I think, walking dogs for a living.
December 11th, Gionette was being kicked out of a Scottsdale restaurant when he maced the security guard. Per usual, he was streaming from his now suspended DLive account.
We have the video right now, Scottsdale.
But it was saved and uploaded by the Phoenix New Times. Gionette was arrested for misdemeanor assault, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespassing. Booked, then released.
Look at this winner. he's like, it's almost hard to find like clips of him sometimes, but because like most of the things that you find of him online are people making fun of him and being like, what a fucking loser. And it's true. It's like he's such a troll douche that like it's easy to hate him. It's really, really, really easy to hate him. And yeah, he's just kind of, but see, that's the problem with him, is that he's fun to hate watch. So you want to hate watch him like more and more and more, and you want to watch him do more and more fucked up shit. And that's what leads to things like that. But so he had a warrant issued for him for the Capitol riot. And even after like that occurred, like I don't think he's gone. Oh no, yeah, let me see, hang on. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's in jail now. Let me do some. Yeah, he was apprehended by the FBI in Houston, Texas on January 15, 2021. As of November 2021, GNA is still waiting trial on federal charges, but was not in custody. Okay, so yeah. Okay. He is still awaiting trial. But since he's out, like in the wild, apparently this is the first stream back after invading the Capitol riot. Here we go. So this is this guy that we was talking about. I just love that he is always like in tool mode. Like, look at this. Look at this fucking guy. This is probably going to be loud, so I'm going to turn it down. I'm anticipating it being loud.
Yo!
I was right.
Yo, let's go! Yo! What the
Holy shit.
up, Chad? Let's go!
Oh my god.
Let's get it! Yo!
Oh, okay. Oh my god.
It's real! It's real! Yo! Are we live? Are we live? Let's
Just doing
go.
this
Yo!
right outside of some random ass McDonald's too.
Hello, can you hear me? Yoba! Let's
Yes.
get some Yobas
I
in
mean-
the chat. Yo! What
Oh my
the
god.
F is up? Yo!
ACAF.
Yoba!
They all just say the same random ass bullshit for like no reason whatsoever. Like there's a bunch of ACAFs in the stream, which is all cops are friendly. And that's just like, it's just a right wing meme that's like in response to ACAB, the all cops are bad bastards, thanks, whatever that means. Yeah. IRL Moments is a kick-ass channel, by the way, with a lot of like the IRL staple people on there. There's a lot of names that if you like IRL streaming, they're all over this channel. Like Only Use Me Blade, EBT, Captain Content. I've seen Billy the Fridge on there a few times. I really like Billy's live streams because he goes particularly off the rails, so to speak. But anyway, here's IRL Moments, Baked Alaska's first stream after invading the Capitol building. The highlight moments.
What's up, guys? I'm a little
Nothing much,
rusty, I'm not
Baked.
gonna lie. I haven't streamed in 4 months. But we're live.
Baked Alaska, who was amongst those that stormed the Capitol building, had trouble with the FBI. He spent time behind bars and was also on house arrest. This is his first stream back. I remember him being on house arrest. I remember that being something that I heard about.
Live out here. And we're gonna have fun streams, so yo, let's
I love
go.
when
We're
he
doing
ends
some
up
IRL.
talking to people. So it's-
yo, but
here we go.
Party. What's up? Huh? No.
Okay, so right now we're doing hotel aggressive.
I know, but we talked to the security. They said we can come here until 6.
Okay, yeah.
Why?
We're doing hotel guests only.
Huh?
We're doing hotel guests only this time.
Then why did multiple W security say I could come till 6? Huh?
Go ahead.
Huh?
You can go downstairs.
Why are you discriminating me? Because I'm white? You got a problem with white people? You got a problem with white boy summer?
Oh my
Come on,
god.
bro.
See, this is what I mean. He's always like hitting these marks. Like, it's like, see, some of these guys, I don't think they believe any of the stuff that they like claim to believe in. They're just kind of like saying things that they know are provocative and that they know are like part of this weird little meme culture that the right is currently like accumulating. Not just the right, but the left too. Because I mean, like, there are people out there that just kind of say shit to get these explosive reactions from people. And I think some of the funniest things about Baked Alaska is that he doesn't always get that reaction. Like, a lot of the times he ends up just looking like the douche, you know, in the situation. So it's kind of like, why even make the video? But it's like, because people watch it, you know? And yeah, because it's provocative and it's explosive. I mean, I like it.
We just want to go in the pool for like 30 minutes.
No chance.
No chance? Why? Because I'm white. What do you have against your white brothers, bro? It's white boy summer.
It's white boy summer,
Sad,
bro.
dude. Why are you saying no chance? Like what's your deal? Everyone else there was cool, but you got a problem with me.
He just has no idea how to
Are you
handle
vaccinated, sir? Have you taken the vax?
The vax?
What's up? Hey, your friend over here let me in, but yeah, see, he's trying to vibe. No chance? Why are you such a prick? Why are you such a asshole? Like what's your deal?
I like some of the swear words not being bleeps.
Yeah.
We're just having a good time.
Okay, well, what do you got going on today? What do you got going on today? Can I tell you a joke?
He always
Okay, yeah, let me tell you a
like this
joke.
too.
Black lives don't matter.
Oh my lord.
You're gay, you're cringe.
Oh my
Have fun at
god.
your fucking pool party. BLM sucks. You're gay. You're
See, I just
gay.
don't think any of these are real thoughts that he's having at the moment. He's just kind of like, all right, I know my phrases of escalation and I'm going to take it to this point. Like, good God. Like, it's because it's laid on so thick. Like, so thick. But anyway, we don't have to watch the rest of this. I was just saying that this dude is definitely one of the people that should go down for this insurrection bullshit. Definitely. What was another thing that I want to watch? Oh yeah, okay. Last thing that's what's it called? That's January 6th related is this freaking thing. Okay, I'm not gonna do it if they don't have the picture. Okay, here we go. Whatever. Boom. Here you go. U.S. Capitol Lego model seized from home of alleged January 6th insurrectionists. It's unclear whether Robert Morse, who faces multiple federal charges, uses the model to plan for the storming of the Capitol. So, like, they're wondering if he just kind of had it. FBI agents seized a detailed Lego model of the U.S. Capitol from a man accused of storming the building to disrupt the Electoral College certification on January 6th. The Lego set, 1,032 pieces, not necessary information. The Lego set, 1,032 pieces, and advertised as suitable for boys and girls over the age of 12 was seized from the Glenshaw, Pennsylvania home of a 27-year-old Robert Morse on June 11th. That suitable for boys and girls over the age of 12 years old, that's them making fun of him. That's them being like, come on, dude. This is for friggin' 12-year-olds. Like, get your shit together. Stop playing with Lego sets, you nerd. It's for 12-year-olds. According to a memo from federal prosecutors requesting that Morris remain detained until his trial, the FBI used dozens of photos and stills from videos captured on January 6th to place Morse at the Capitol, where federal attorneys say he helped orchestrate one of the most intense and prolonged clashes of the insurrection. Morse is accused of using his entire body to push against the rioters in front of him as the group tried to use the shields to push past the officers guarding the door. There's a picture up here. Is there a red circle somewhere showing him off? Okay. It was during this time that an MPD officer was being violently crushed against the first set of doors with a shield held by another rioter. There was a video that came out during the riots that showed like the guard being crushed and like yelling for help and shit. It was pretty horrifying. On a separate surveillance video referenced in the documents, a man authorities believe is Morse can be heard calling out, "Hey, everyone with a shield, back up and organize. Make a shield wall. Organize right now and make a shield wall. Where are those fucking shields?" According to the authorities, the shield wall was used to crush officers in the rioters' path. Additional footage from police body cameras and press show the same man waving a Gadsden flag, attempting to seize a baton and visor, and a flagpole from Metropolitan police officers are crawling into the building through a broken window. It's entirely possible that this guy just likes Legos and decided to make a Capitol building Lego set. Okay. I wish we had a picture of his set in particular, because I like the nail in the coffin for this one would definitely be if there was a little Lego minifigure Trump in the front, and it showed all of them running towards it. A bunch of little Lego minifigures running towards the Capitol, flanking it. I don't know. That would be different. But I mean, if it's just a Lego kit of the Capitol building, I also love the fact that he was like, well, Lego clearly has 2-scale schematics of the Capitol building, right? Of course they do. So if I build this Capitol building thing, I'll be able to tell through simple mathematics that I'll be able to figure out what? What information could you get from just building the Capitol building? The Lego set. That shit's crazy. Oh my god. These people are fucking nuts. I mean, they were nuts when they went in there, but I mean the things they did to prepare were just kind of stupid. There was some audio of people walkie-talkies, what they said back and forth to each other, because they were using a push-to-talk phone app, which, I mean, I don't know, I guess records it automatically for safety purposes or something like that. But either way, people were recorded using NATO phonetics and shit. I don't know. The Capitol insurrection was one of those things that all right, I'm going to talk about the insurrection itself now for a little bit, okay? When it happened, I was like, this is stupid. And I can't take this as seriously. After learning that a few people died, I was a little more this should be taken seriously. But it's in these riots and things, people die all the time in these riots. It's almost like an occupational hazard of going to them, is that you might get into some shit that is too much for you to handle, and you're gonna fucking die. So it was still even hard to take it very, very seriously after learning people had died, because people have died in riots after sports teams won, after their town's sports team won. There was a huge riot and a person died. I'm sure there are stories of that. So I mean, I wasn't too choked up about it, especially since no politicians died, which was their whole goal. They brought gallows and shit to hang Pelosi and Pence from, which Pence was weird that they wanted to do that. I felt like I was just like, man, you guys are really falling apart from the inside here. It feels a little too much. But like, the thing that really only bugged me about it was the fact that it was like, it seemed very, you couldn't nail it down the point, you know, because it was about like, it was an anti-government thing, but they were fighting for Trump, who was, you know, they said was the rightful president, which is government. Like, you think they would just kind of be like there to talk about like the dismantling of the federal government in general, but no, they were just like, our guy didn't win, so meh. I mean, my end opinion of it is that, like, you know, Trump, to his kids, and Rudy Giuliani are obviously kind of, they're pretty culpable for the whole thing, because they did kind of like egg it on and like talk about how it had to be done, or, you know, you're gonna lose your country and things like that, and you gotta fight like hell, and maybe there should be trial by combat. There was just all kinds of crazy shit that was said around it. So like, I feel like they're almost more culpable than the rubes that broke into the Capitol. Like, I mean, not more culpable, but just as culpable, I would say, even though, like, they weren't involved in it specifically. I mean, there's been plenty of cases that have set precedents that says that just because you weren't involved, you know, if you incite it, you're just as responsible for all of that getting done. Like, as far as the people that like claim that it was some weird Antifa, like, that it was some weird, you know, what are those called? Like a false flag thing, and that those were all just like crisis actors or members of Antifa who were breaking into the Capitol building dressed as MAGA members so that they could give them a bad name. Like, I don't know. All of that just seems like that's ridiculous. And I know that like a lot of people are like pretty adamant on that it's just a setup, but it's like, there's no evidence almost at all for that being the case. Like, so I don't know, it's just silly to continue on that conspiracy theory when there's like literally nothing to say that that's the reason for it or the reasoning behind it. Yeah, I mean, anybody that broke into the Capitol building, you know, clearly should be punished appropriately. I'm just surprised. You know, I'm surprised and not surprised that the people with actual, like, you know, governmental power that were involved in this event just aren't seeing any, like, backlash for it. It just seems to be like the individual citizens that were talked into going in. And, you know, there's personal responsibility. They obviously deserve punishment, but I mean, you know, so do like the more famous people that were involved in this, like Trump and Giuliani and shit. But I mean, that's all I really have to say about that. I definitely want to start streaming more often. I know it's been a while, but I really enjoy it. So and you know, my setup is just getting a little bit more and more advanced every day, and so I kind of want to be able to continue practicing so I stay in practice, you know. I can't believe I didn't mention this sooner, but this beautiful format that you see all around here, is made by a very good friend of mine named Jimmy. He has a stream on Twitch as well called Endless Nonsense, which is spelled exactly how you think it is, except all the, I believe it's the first E is a 3, I think. But it's a great stream. He plays through video games and does a very like detailed walkthrough of them. It's really cool to watch him. He's very funny too. So give him a watch. But yeah, he made this whole little format window for me, and I think it looks incredible. I love it. I'm gonna do another stream again tomorrow. Tomorrow, as in January 7th. I'll have a little more content that's less about one specific event. And again, if you guys have any video clips that you want me to take a look at, or you guys have any stories that are really funny that you guys want me to take a look at, please feel free to send them in. Put them in the comments section. And don't forget to share, like, subscribe. Leave any comments about anything any notes you have for the show. Can't wait to see you guys can't wait to see you guys again in the next video. And be kind to yourselves and each other. I love you.